Hello everyone, I believe we are connected now. So welcome to me playing Oxygen Not Included, transforming the radioactive ocean asteroid. This is the first time streaming this in quite a while, so there's no guarantee this is going to go well, but I'm optimistic it will turn out. So, in addition to transforming this asteroid, I'm also trying to get the Locavore and Carnivore achievement. And I've got the Locavore achievement, just got that. But I'm going to go for the Carnivore achievement, which means I'm going to be in this room for a while with Tails. Speaking of which, Tails, you go back in here. We're going to trap Tails in there. And they're going to incubate some of these eggs for us. We're going to pick out some eggs to do some processing. So let's bring over this egg. Let's do a hatch egg. In the meantime, over on this asteroid, because I've got the Locavore achievement now, I can plant stuff in planter boxes. And I would like to get some blossom seeds here. So about 12 of those, higher priority. And we'll go back here. Now while I'm doing a few of these eggs, let's put in some mealwood. So click on one of those, hit copy settings. And our farm for the blossoms is going to be down here. And while that's going on, I believe it was the Dugman who has said, don't put dirt, or don't feed dirt to these guys. It's a it's renewable, but not easily renewable. I'm going to feed them, I think I've got sandstone, let me just check. Yeah, feeding them sandstone, but there's not a lot of sandstone in this world. I see a few pieces here. So we'll dig that out wherever I can see that. I see a few pieces here, here. Might need a ladder to get up at some of these pieces. But eventually I'll bring some more back from the other world. We'll fill in this tile and get a little extra piece there. Alright, we are also making progress on insulation. So I'm going to destroy this tile. And we're going to make our way up this path. Creating little vacuum tiles. When we get to the top, I think it's just easier if we do just regular insulated tiles from here over. Alright, and let's add insulation around here as well. Go like this. Get a ladder going down that way. Just so that the dupes have stuff to do. The other thing is thinking about food, I see some food has gone bad. Let's not let that happen too often. I'm going to dig out a spot over here to ultimately put a deep freezer. First thing I want to do is get rid of that salt water. We'll drop that down in the stone. Alright, well, let's get started. So I've got to select a few eggs to bring over to start. There's a sage hatch egg. Another one. These are all meat opportunities. Actually, I've got one other plan. I want to minimize the amount of time I'm in here, going over any eggs that already have the lullaby effect from before. Sweep this guy. Sweep this. This one too. So these are all being brought over just one tile by this machine. Another hatch egg. I'm going to skip all the pip eggs. We don't get as much meat from them. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Alright, this is going to essentially just allow me to get meat early from all these guys. Alright, so Tails is going to start on that. You can see new eggs are being dropped off here. I want to stop that process. Let's look at how many eggs I've got between hatch eggs. 20, 22. I see someone's got another one on the way. I want to stop new eggs being dropped off here, because I don't want to incubate all the eggs until I get the carnivore achievement. I think that's going to be too painful. So my thinking is I'm going to have a new location for new hatch eggs and the pip eggs, because I don't want to incubate those anymore. I'm going to drop those off. Let's see. Let's choose right here for that. Destroy this. That doesn't need power, so let's just cut this. This used to be an old pump. It used to be right there. I'm going to dig that out. Actually, you know what? Let's move that. See, that might be a problem. Let's try right here. One tile over. I'm going to put a door here. I guess we shouldn't destroy this one then. Alright, so the idea is all the new eggs are going to be dropped and stored right here. Let's try putting a door here. Create one right where this ladder is as well. And at some point, once I don't have an incubator anymore, I'll be able to get the dupes to do stuff while I'm designing things. Alright, so that is that's enough tasking. Let's do a few eggs. Start with the hatch eggs. Once Tails has brought everything over. Modifying that tile out, giving us a little bit of sandstone. Alright, they're giving a hug to this egg. Now it's a little hard to see because I've got so much behind us. I think we've got a stone hatch egg there. Alright, so Tails is going to go from egg to egg. Because we've got that manual generator, they're always running to the side, ensuring they pick up an egg that's sitting over here. So I see a regular hatch egg coming after this. Alright, so dropping that off. Pick up our regular hatch egg. And each one of these should be about 4,000 calories if I can get it into... Oh, I guess that's all for today. Alright, so Tails is going to go off. Take a rest. And then we'll be back the beginning of the next cycle to do that. Alright, I need a tile right here. Very excited to have this set up because I don't want to... The less eggs I have in here, it's just the better. From my perspective. Alright, so this deep freezer process... Eventually, I'm going to have someone that has mechatronics engineering. Until then, I might have more of a natural place for a deep freezer. Down here is, like, I can't really consider a deep freezer, but at least it would be better. Carbon dioxide, store stuff. Trying to think. I think I'm still going to put it over here. I think there's value putting the... I'm concerned about putting the fridge down here. Because if I do that, well, first of all, the dupes are going to have to put on oxygen mask, walk all the way down. I think we can get at least a fridge, maybe a deep freezer over here. Even without the mechatronics skill. Alright, so this is where new eggs are going to be dropped off. It is the morning, so we can come back here with Tails. The next egg to do is this regular hatch egg. And make sure we lock them in. Otherwise, they'll get distracted by other tasks that need to be done in the base. Tails is on the way over. Let's go over here. We should definitely have our... seeds at this point. Okay, so I brought a dozen of them here. I'm going to mark them to be swept. In this guy, I'm going to say sweep only. We're going to select specific, not the Saturn, the blossom seeds. So we should be getting those soon. Let's have a look at our farm. Alright, what can we do? Let's, can see this pump can be taken out. Let's do some mopping right here. And this farm won't be a farm unless we actually get a door here. We need to block this off as well. Let's put an airflow tile at the top so that hydrogen doesn't build up. Alright. And continuing on with incubating some eggs. Another regular hatch egg going in. Another one. Hopefully by the time I'm done these eggs, I'll have the new drop-off station set up. I'll have to be careful about controlling who can go in there. Tails should not be able to drop off eggs in this new spot. Because Tails is the only dupe that can go in this room. Because I don't want them to pick up these eggs and drop them off in the drop-off location. I'm going to have a look to see how that's going. Alright. So I've got this. I just need a door in front of this so I can control access. So we'll do that. And back here with you, Tails. So my last videos, they weren't streamed. I normally cut this piece out. But I guess with streaming, I don't have that option. But I am going to try to minimize this. Because it's not fun. It's also more difficult when you're in here. And you're clicking on egg after egg after egg. Things could be going wrong in the base. And I'm not seeing it until I leave. Or pause it and roll over. But I trust the dupes. Not really. But, okay, let's see. With that maybe, I'm just going to hit the copy settings here. Copy the same settings over here. And we'll stop dropping anything off here anymore. So at this point, whatever eggs are in here for processing. Any new eggs, it's just going to be too much for me to be able to incubate. It's also, I don't believe, necessary for getting the carnivore achievement. Alright, bring over another one. I suspect at this point I probably have my blossom seeds. Let's plant a few of those. I can see we need some power. So we'll connect our two lamps in with power. Get rid of these two guys. That door doesn't have to be shut. Okay, so we've got that. We'll continue on here. Another egg. I'm just thinking, well, let's put in the farming station. We're low on metal. Put that in. See sage hatch egg next. There may be some pip eggs too. I actually have a plan for one or two of the pip eggs. I'm going to send them over to the other asteroid where I can make a nature reserve. Eventually there'll be other things I'll want to do with them as well. But ideally, I'd like to send over a pip egg that's nearly ready to hatch. So if we're done all the hatch eggs, let's look for a good candidate or two for the pip eggs. Incubator. See a pip egg in here. Alright, this one's at 5%. I don't think that would be good. We got a pip stable on base, so we should have a number of pip eggs to choose from. Hatch egg. Lots of hatch eggs, that's for sure. Alright, pip egg. Oh, here's one. Okay, we're going to take this one, move it right there. I think we'll start with that. I think just one pip egg be fine. Okay, so we're going to get Tails to move right there and see if... Hoping they're going to pick up the egg that they're standing on. Yep, there we go. So this is going in. Tails is going to give that a hug I'm gonna remove that, and we gotta find that new egg. Usually it doesn't show at the top. Lots of things to choose from. We're just gonna do one pip egg. Back to all the hatch eggs. Pip egg. There we are. 88%, and it has the lullaby effect. I'm gonna hit sweep. Now, they're gonna drop it off here. Didn't actually want that to happen right now. So I'm gonna allow Tails to leave. I'm going to also prevent Tails from going in here. And down here, I want to say sweep only critter eggs, high priority, and Tails hopefully is going to pick up that pip egg. Whoa, slow down. Why are you picking up multiple pip eggs? This is this sweep only. That's not sweep only. What are you? Oh no. Oh, Tails, what are you doing? Oh, I've got to click that off. Okay, Tails, you should be picking up this this one pip egg. No, apparently. Now, maybe that's because there's no gas masks. Let's create... I think Tails should eventually be doing that. Alright, we'll give Tails some time. Meantime, we're creating... start the process of this. So we're going to have a kitchen up here. We're going to have the deep freeze down there. I want to have a great hall of 20 tiles, or 20 tables, plus 2 more. So right at this location is where I'll have a door. This is going to be the entrance to the kitchen. Let's put a mesh tile right there. And another one right here. Have to be very selective where I put these things because we're short metal. Let's look to see if I can get a little bit more metal actually. So I won't be able to build this deep freezer if I don't have that. Okay, so pieces there, pieces here. Where else can I get my hands on some metal? Get some in this area. Might try to wait for that polluted water to get out. Speaking of which, let's load... This is my polluted water to oxygen system. I'm going to create 2 more of these guys. I'm going to put a liquid reservoir right here. We'll start to fill this up again. So this is giving me oxygen once it goes through a deodorizer and clay, which I'm going to use later on. Insulation project is going along. Okay, I don't want to dig in here because this would make the salt water go down this way. That would just be a mess. I would prefer to have it go down here in time. So dig out this spot here. Alright, the blossom seeds are there. Do I have water going in? Let's check that. I do. We're just waiting for the lights. Alright, and oh, okay, so we've got, let's just check. New eggs should be dropped off here. Oh, it's not really going to work that well. That's not cut out. The idea is nobody should be allowed to go in here. This is where the eggs should sit alone and hatch in time. So we should not see any... I see a Pip in here. What are you doing there, Pip? Take that tile out. Recreate that. If I had a bunch of hatches in there, I'd probably just have to leave them. Okay, the other thing is I'm wrangling critters. We're not going to need to do that anymore from here. We've got 24,000 calories. Let's look over here. 3,000. Okay, we don't need to refill this. So we'll make this a lower priority task. This is going to be for some of the material that I eventually want to bring over. For instance, metal ore, copper, and sandstone to feed the hatches. Let's take that one out. Make sure that's just regular priority. So we've got 2 dupes here. We could increase their quality of life. I'd like to put in a washroom. And I've got this pipe or pump down here. This hasn't been running because I haven't connected that. Because it was the pipe was going through a frozen area. But I see that's been insulated, so I'm not worried about that anymore. Okay, let's check over here. This is the incubator room. Every morning or so often, I'm checking my eggs to see. This one's 93%. I'm not going to do any that is more than 90%. Because it'll hatch pretty soon anyway. I believe without the incubator, I'm getting 5% per cycle towards hatching each of these eggs. Sweet. Whoops. We'll disinfect. Yeah, this is why I want to minimize this to the absolute minimum. So I have to painfully selecting this, and I don't have the mechatronics engineering skill just yet. Actually, speaking of which, where are we on skills? Speaker. Astronomy. I'm going to have someone to be able to look up in space. Blast. Let's give you more construction. Chop. Let's see. I'll give you carrying. Crusher. You're the digger. Give you construction. Pop off someone else that can dig well here. And Sunny, I'm going to give you critter ranching. Over in the other worlds, morale isn't as high, so I might leave them alone there. Oh yeah, and we need to set this back up. So this is all critter eggs. High priority, so tails should be on the way at some point to process a number of eggs today. I don't see any new eggs that have been dropped off. Oh, this is weird. Buried objects in nothing. Alright. That might just be something that a game reload would take care of. Oh yeah, sedimentary rock. I forgot that's the other thing that can be fed in there. Tails is here. Did I trap you? No, I did not. Okay, let's do that. So they're moving a bunch of eggs over. Can also use these guys as meat. Let's just verify that the pip stable is actually full. Got 8. Yep. Okay. Alright, we'll do a sage hatch egg since I see that on top. Tails is going to give that a hug. That's adding a little by effect to that. Another sage hatch egg. Then we get the stone hatch egg. The only thing about a stone hatch egg is those guys are more difficult to attack. Eventually, we're going to have more of an automated system, but we're in the early days. Haven't even made it to cycle 50 yet. Another hatch egg. Stress is high. These dupes are frankly depressing. More susceptible to radiation and disease. So we're going to have to balance that. Oh, we're getting power issues. Alright, maybe I'll enable another one of those. So that is something we need to look at. And I've got plans for that. Alright, another egg. Speaking of which, let's make sure these dupes have something to do. I would like to get up in space. I've got a dupe now that can look in the telescope. So we're going to connect this. I don't want to connect it just yet. But I want to have automation to make sure this machine isn't on all the time, because the dupes are more susceptible to radiation. I'll just have them spend some time up there. In particular, Beaker, because that's the one dupe that can actually use that. That needs some oxygen. Alright, so that is something. How are we doing with that insulation? Oh, good. Alright. Let's build a ladder down like this. We will add, I think from this point over, insulation like that. We will insulate up and down. Now I would like to get access. Let's dig out a spot for some of this liquid to fall out. And I want to get over to the Saturn critter trap. So that's a source for hydrogen. That's going to improve our power situation. Alright, another one of these eggs to do. Another egg. All the other critters just watching, wondering what the heck is going on with all their eggs. Alright, so we've got... Let me check if that pip egg actually arrived. It did not. Of course, Tails. Of course you did not do that for us. 72, 77. Alright, you know what? We're just going to have to take one of these eggs. Let's do some pip eggs. Incubating. Alright, I guess we're going to transfer another pip egg tomorrow. Alright, over there, Tails. See, some of the dupes are happy. Oh, we can move this over. Point to the left direction. We need to wash our hands when we're leaving the washroom. And we'll cut this right there. I'll need a ladder. Step up to get that. So this is going to be the kitchen area. Making progress towards our telescope. Now we're on a small asteroid, the radioactive ocean asteroid. We want to get off it at some point. But before we do that, we need to look out in space to see what there is to see. What are the other asteroids that are around? I might want to eventually... Okay, we're low on calories here. We need to send these guys food. I think that is the highest priority. And, of course, we need to make food here for our own. Make mush bars forever. We're going to get a first haul of meal window. And eventually some berries from down here. Oh, another option to grow something. Okay, so we want to put in a fridge over here. I'm trying to decide in this deep freeze area, do I put in hydrogen or carbon dioxide? This is going to be an early access deep freezer, or have an upgraded one with a mechatronic or the automation to pull stuff out of it using the auto sweeper. But that's going to be in the future. This will be more the simplified one. I think I'm going to do carbon dioxide. Just so that the dupes can go in there without having their skin irritated. Though there's pieces of hydrogen floating around anyways. So I don't know if that's even much of a point. I can see we've got a new option. I'm not taking on a new dupe yet. I'm staying with 14 for a little bit. Okay. Let's go back here. I should have my pip egg. Let's incubate it. Somewhere's here. Go through all our hatch eggs first. Pip egg 41. Here. This is the one I want to sweep. Let's turn this off. I'm hoping Tails is going to go in there for us and bring that over to the other world. Or you're going to pick up dirt. Okay, what are we getting here? Some algae. Tails should be allowed to... Oh. Let's add in 2 more of those. I guess I'll need 2 more gas mask stations. Guess that's one reason not to put the fridge down here. So I don't want people to starve just because they can't get a gas mask to access the fridge. But we've dug out this, which is nice. Get rid of that sand so we can get all that stuff to go down. Okay, producing some food. Let's take some of this mush fry and send it over here. Actually, I'll keep the sweep only. Tails bring that over already. Let's have a quick look. No. Alright, well, we're also going to have to bring over some food, some edible. I will choose mush. Let's bring over some mush fry. Things are getting desperate food-wise, but we are into farming now. We're going to make as much of this. This is going to be the priority action, guys. Getting that to run. Oh, do I have... That's what was going on. Okay, so I should have now Tails going in here. Someone should be dropping off mush fry. Someone should be dropping off one of those eggs. Mush fry that's selected. That's 1,000. This is okay, 4,000 calories. Let's sweep that. That's what was going on. So there's the mush fry. Chops pick that up. They're saving the other dupes over there, so they've got a food source for a short period of time. And there is Rock taking one of the eggs from the stable, dropping it off there. That's perfect. And there we go. There's Tails bringing over our hatch egg. And that's so we can make nature reserve and do some other things with pips in that world. Alright, looking over here, we can knock all this over. We'll start the process of this deep freeze. For the deep freeze, we'll want some insulated tiles. And we'll do some mopping up first. Okay, so the food is made it over here, and I've got a pip egg. Let's just check. Yeah, 93%. It should be coming a pip soon enough. Mop up everything else. Now, if I want this to be carbon dioxide, I want it to be on the lower side. Otherwise, I was thinking about putting this up here. Put this like this. Whoops. Now, eventually, I'm going to have my deep freezer down here. But that's just when I have the mechatronics engineering skill. So we're going to create a pass just like that. So the dupes will get up and go in down here. And the far end is going to be the fridge. You can create more than one. We're going to have our electric grill. Let's put it right at the end. It's going to need some power. Connect into one of these circuits. Give the cook a light source. One of these lamps right next to it for the time being. And when the cook is in there, they'll be able to see. Now, for this to actually be a deep freezer as opposed to a fridge, we need a utility. Thermoregulator. We're going to put that right here, close to this. This is going to take up some of my metal, but I think it'll be worth it from food storage perspective. Let's have insulated tiles going out. So that's radiant pipe in, insulate it on the outside. This is going to be filled with hydrogen. Whoops. So we'll need a source for that, which we should have because we've got electrolyzers on base. Perfect. Got hydrogen source. Now I need carbon dioxide. I've got lots of carbon dioxide, but don't have an actual pump system for it just yet. Let's put that right here. This would be good too, because we'll get rid of some of that carbon dioxide in this area. So once that goes up past where the dupes put on their mask, well, it's not good. It's going to drop off the carbon dioxide right here. Now this guy is going to need power. We'll make a separate dedicated transformer for that. I'm going to pause it just because I want to work with Tails and make sure these dupes have something to do. Oops. It's going to connect in like that. Alright. And I don't want that to run forever, so let's put in a thermosensor right here. And that can dictate whether this cooling system is on or not. Alright, so while that is being set up, let's look to see if I've got any eggs. It can be done. There's a sage hatch egg. 85%. Well, it's fine. Oh, yeah. For short food. Why am I not making some meat? Okay, while that is going on, let's see. Click. 60%. I'll do that. 64. 90. Anything that's above 90, I'm not going to bother with. 60%. 40. 44. 42. 98. Yeah, this would be a waste if I bring that one over to the incubator. I think one more for today. There we go. All right, so Tails. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to say critter eggs. Now this is going to be a difficult hunt potentially because, oh, actually they're making out well. Because the dupes can't cross this line except for Tails. Let's make sure that these guys here have got some actions. Let's get into, or next to the oxylite for an oxygen source. I eventually want to have a nature reserve. So with that pip egg, let's plan where that's going to go. We'll also plan where our washroom's going to be too. So I think I'm just going to keep everything depressed right now. I might have a nature reserve right here. So what I'll do is I'll cut a path. So it's going to have a door on both sides. Actually, there is two plants. So I'd only need 2 more to be planted somewhere in here. Then our nature reserve would be set. So maybe I'll plan that. Cut like this. Let's do an airflow tile right there. In order to make this work, the pip will need to be dropped off here somewhere. I'll need to put in some seeds. Put that right there. We need to have a ladder going up. Let's not kill this tile or else they won't be able to get up or down. Alright, so those guys have something to do while I'm over here. Uh-oh. We've got Tails on a difficult task. Alright, I was going to cancel that, but the rest of the dupes can help part of the time depending on where this thing stands. Oh, and Tails can leave. Whoops. We don't want that. Tails, we're trapping you in because we want to do some egg processing. Alright, sage hatch egg first. And we'll do regular hatch egg. It's going in. Let's have a look how the deep freeze system is going. Alright, still more work there, so they're not going to stand idle. We've got these eggs we're going through. So I'm at, right now, just creating some mealwood. I'm creating some berries. But as the dupes consume those, I'm not making progress towards the carnivore achievement. So I want to balance that out. But I don't want to starve, and I want to try to limit the micro musher. I don't have to spend any time up there with the dupes, but it is manual processes using lots of power and dirt, water. It's a lot easier just to grow stuff instead. See a piece of meat here. Tails can bring that over once they're done in this room, which they might not have time if I get them to do this all day long. So I may have to get one of the other dupes going here afterwards. Egg after egg. Oh, the excitement. But this will pay off in tasty food, Tails, for the whole base. Alright, got that one. Another one going through. Alright, so there we are. That's enough for today. So let's do that one. I'm going to let Tails out, which means Tails should pick up that piece of meat at some point anyway. There we are. And how are we doing? Because all this meat that we're cooking, we've got 24,000 calories right now. We don't want that stuff to go bad. So hopefully we're going to make progress towards this. So they clearly have enough to do. Just validate these guys have something to do as well. I'm going to put a door here and here. Airflow tile here and here. This is going to be the nature reserve. And this process, validate that this is still going to be 32. That's the minimum size I need for a Great Hall. Okay, so they've got stuff. Our hatches looking in there. They look happy. These guys are happy. We've got just hydrogen in there. Making progress down here as well. I want to get access to these guys. Have a ladder going down like this. Now, what is the temperature in here? Just wondering if there's a... Yeah, let's mop that up. Otherwise, it could cause some stress for these guys over time. Now, up here in space, we have our telescope. Doesn't have any power. I don't know what... Let's try 15% of every day. The dupes will be allowed to use this. And hopefully that's going to balance their radioactiveness versus their desire to get off this small asteroid and get some more rare resources. So there is a really nice thing about having these hatches sit around like this. They're not going bad. Currently building the deep freeze, but it doesn't exist now. If I didn't build a deep freeze, I could choose every day to attack the number of hatches I need, assuming I've got enough hatches. We are making progress over here. Actually, these guys, have they collected anything? Oh yeah, I should probably up the size of that. Now, I've got to be careful about digging out some of this copper ore, because that is sitting in this room. Let's check these guys are happy. They're crammed. Oh, that's because they're... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I need to remove this. And we don't need blossom seeds. Yeah, that needs to be done. Okay, that was an important action. Now, Spot, are you on break? Nah. So I think what's going to happen... You know what? Let's up that priority to 9 temporarily. Where are you going? Oh. Oh, CD's not happy. CD is not happy. Okay, yeah, let's get that nature reserve in here at some point. I think we need to boost morale. CD is telling us they are not happy with life. Over here, the deep freeze system is coming along. 34,000 calories. 2,000 over here. Let's see, what can we bring over for these guys? Let's bring over some barbecue meat, because that'll probably enhance their mood a little bit. This pump's going to need some power. So for this, unselect everything for a second. Let's go down to barbecue meat. That will help a little bit. Not great. Alright, was that the only piece of barbecue meat? Oops. Get this one, so bring that one over as well. Okay, so we'll tack a few more. Hold on, actually 34 calories, or 34,000 calories, and the deep freeze is not made yet. Let's not do that. Need that carbon dioxide to be put in this room. No one's up here as it should be. Only the early hours of the day should anyone or Beaker be in there. Beaker is making some food. It's probably the right priority. You want to look up in space eventually, but it's not essential just yet. Food's more important. But I would like to get in here because I want these Saturn critter traps producing some hydrogen for us. Don't want this guy to become overpressured either. Okay, so how are we going to, do we need to do any more insulating? I think we're fine, at least from the base's perspective. I'm sure this is actually a vacuum. Looks good all the way along there to there. Still a path to get down here. So I can seal that off from time to time. But right now, I want access to that. Let's get... Oh, I can't copy this. Gotta hit the deliver button each time. Okay, so what we really want to do is get that deep freezer made. I think next cycle, see about going in here to do some more eggs. Oh yeah, that's right. So I've got well, technically I've got 3 stables because I got a stable over here. I might want to have some of these hatchlings actually go in as to be wrangled. So they can produce even more eggs. What I'll do there, allow everyone to go in. I've got to be very careful about that. You know what? That's what Tails will do. We don't need to do any egg processing next cycle. We'll let Tails do that. You've got a number. Okay, this is looking good. I want a bunch of eggs to be stacked up right here. I'm working towards meat, the carnivore achievement, and that should boost morale too. Now, as a food source too, let's also get access to some of these wild plants. Ladder going up just like this. You can get in at that. I have to destroy these 2 tiles. This is also meat source 2. I'm going to be getting. I'll continue on like this as well. In fact, there's some meat. Got access to that one. Oh, there's some meat over here too. Some oxylite for oxygen. Put a ladder. Get a path to that. Get a path to this guy. Now I do have to be careful. One of the things that can happen is that sand can fall down. I don't see too much sand right there. This could be problematic. So I think we're going to be fine. But what I sometimes do, I dig a path down for that sand to fall down into. So, because otherwise you might get a dupe that's trapped up here. And that's no fun. Alright, food is sitting on the ground. See, a dupe has taken some damage. I'm wondering if it's one of those critter. Oh, I wonder if it was that guy. Oh, please be some food. Pip eggs. Ah, I should have had a mini printing pot on the other side. But that is a little bit of meat in the future. Actually, technically that is food. Just food for later. Okay, so we've got 3 hatches in there, or hatchlings. Let's take you. That's 4. It's going to take us to 5. This one will take us to 6. And I don't know if we have, we'll have our 7th pretty soon. Do some mopping up here. So stress is a little high. Crusher. I thought bringing Crusher back to this world would actually kind of revive them stress-wise. They've got soggy feet. They're just, I guess they're just balancing themselves. Total chain to 10%. Validate. We actually have a nature reserve for these. Oh, I see a ladder. I don't think they're actually getting a nature reserve bonus. And they walk across that without a ladder. Oh no, they would actually. Never mind. I'll put a ladder there anyway. Waiting for some bristle blossoms. Did I specify? No, I did not. Gristleberry. Let's cook that. And not only that, it would be nice if I tell the dupes not to eat the ingredients for gristleberry, which is just the regular berry. This guy here, turn that off. Let's look at the food condition over here. 4,000 calories. We're good for the moment anyway. Lots of ladders to be built. Okay, well, just a few more. Okay, we're done with carbon dioxide. That's enough. Cut that there. I'm gonna say if this is above minus 30, it can run. We have hydrogen in the line, not yet. We should once this guy turns on. And I think this is going to be our deep freeze. And this is going to be in the new kitchen area. Do a little bit of mopping right here. It's all on you, Rock. One's up there in space. So I'm going to put everything that's edible here in the 2 fridges. So I can start to load some food in there. Hydrogen is making its way through. Just validate that the temperature is above, not below, above. There we are. I also just want to make sure that hydrogen doesn't become backed up so much that it's not flowing. It is. Can get rid of that. And there it is. There's my deep freezer. Right now, it's not an actual deep freezer because it's not frozen, but in enough time, this is going to run, and our food will last there. I also want to get down here, work with a pip to put in a few of these guys. Now, what I would like to have is these Saturn critter traps flat this way, so these guys fall into them. The beanities. Anyways, let's do that. I don't believe a pip will plant. I need a pip to do that. So we'll have to actually create some natural tiles. And that's going to make it so that we'll have much more hydrogen. Because this is pretty much just taking hydrogen out of the air so that we can breathe. And giving a little bit of power back. So let's check the temperature outside of this, because I don't want this machine to overheat. But it should, because of this thermo sensor, that should be taken off. Let's see if Beaker actually goes up in the morning. Oh, they do. Oh! Oh, ouch. Ouch. Okay, let's not do that. And also, let's create a tile right here. Prevent too much excess gas from escaping. Okay. And as long as Beaker doesn't get radioactive... Oh, they don't have very much time. Let's give them a little bit more. Say, try 17%. I think we can get away with that. Alright. Temperature is coming down, which is what I like to see. Now, if that's where all the food's going to be stored, let's see if we can get away with not creating those anymore. Everything that's been cooked here, let's now cook it here instead. And stop using this. Let Chop finish one more thing. Chop is our resident electrical grill expert. Alright, let's disable that machine for now. I'll keep it there for now, just in case. So I should be able to create... Oh, there's another... Oh, that's stone hatch, never mind. Siege hatch. Just to be safe, I might not have to do any more incubating. But I'll do a few... Not one... Anything that's only below 50%. You know what? I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Where are we? We've probably only just begun on the carnivore achievement. Let's have a look. Carnivore achievements. We've got, we're about halfway there in terms of the number of cycles, but we're only just at just above 10% of the way. But we have started, which is nice. Okay, so here we are. I see. I want to get rid of this plant. Let's plan this out. I want to have how many Saturn critter traps do I have? That might dictate the plan, actually. Just the one, but I can dig this out. I can dig that guy out. I can dig that out. Could be a bunch in here. Let's go looking for a few of those. So that would be very valuable to have. Maybe that's one. Maybe that's one. Oh, we've got some bees up here. Let's block this door off. So I want to have, let's say we have 3 here. Then I would need a space of 3, and then I could have 3 more. I don't know if Pip's very soft. Oh, I probably can plan on that then. So let's put 3 there. Space 3, and then 3 here. Actually, no. Let's do it the other way around to avoid getting close to that freezing zone. So yeah, we've got a frozen core. So I'm not going to be able to get power from that, but it is a cooling option. Put the door right there. Let's put that right there. Oh, I can't make a natural tile here. You know what? Actually, we will have to do that. If I want to have 6. Which isn't... Oh, now they can't get down. And they can't get there either. Let's get a ladder for them. Now, we'll also want to have a pump here for hydrogen, because we're going to get a lot. I just have to decide where. Maybe up here, maybe right there. I want it to avoid going in here. So taking this further down might be advisable. Oops. So my thinking is, let's get a ladder going down here. So we're going to do all this work. I don't want it to be for suffocating us with hydrogen. get across like this instead. Okay, so this is where I want to have some natural tiles. That is not something I want planted here. Actually, you know what? Let's remove everything. Put it at this location, just to get it out of the way. So that's going to be everything that's swept. Do that high priority. We're going to need something to put a pip in this room. Let's do the same thing here. Remove all this material. I'm wondering if that was a mistake. I don't want this thing to freeze. Maybe I should back away from making that happen. The other thing I know is if you've got abyssalite, it's a really good insulator until it gets into extreme temperatures. I'm used to doing this with a hot area where you can see it's red hot. It's kind of, there's no distinguishing fact, but it does change temperature significantly. You can just see a small tinge, I think, of color difference. Oddly, the darker color is the warmer. Alright, well, we're at the end of cycle 50. I see some bristle blossoms being harvested. I see this over here. What's the temperature? Minus 30. Awesome. So we have our deep freezer in. Let's, hold on. Check these guys. These guys need some food. Well, I think I'm going to finish on that. Give them some food so that when I start next time, that's not something that I'm able to forget. Now to do that, let's give them some, and we'll create some meat too. We'll wrangle one of these guys. Did I allow everyone here? I can't remember. No, good. So that's just Tails doing that. And let's pick up some meal lace or mush fry or bristle. We don't want bristleberry because that's ingredient. Mush fry. Let's bring over some mush fry here. Just so that when I start again, that's not going to be forgotten. So select everything off. Mush. Oops. Mush fry. High priority. So someone should be over there, and I'm going to turn that off when a little bit is brought over. This is something that can happen when the dupes go on break. You might intend to have them to drop something somewhere else. The little bell for the break hits and they drop it on the floor. Do you have some food in you with you, Crusher? Nope. Oh, yeah. You guys do, though. So that's some mush fry going over to the other world, so those guys aren't going to starve. Let's return that to the normal priority for next time. Alright, well, thank you for watching. This is the first time I've done streaming in a very long time. Feel free to give me some thoughts of what you think. I don't know whether next one will be video or streaming, but we'll see. Until then, thanks for watching.